me, music means humanity. It is what I think is a true connector of all of us.
Soulful, llena mi alma.
Magic.
To me, music means to dream.
Life.
Fruitful.
Revitalizing.
Tranquility.
To me, music is practically life. It can influence our emotions and the way we feel things. I'd like to talk more about that. Let's check it out.
Lena Tran, the science fan.
Science rules. Lena Tran, the science fan. Lena Tran, the science fan.
Lena Tran, the science fan.
This segment of the episode is on the science of music. There's a lot of science in music, and a lot of it doesn't always reach the eye. Music comes in a variety of sounds and frequencies and waves, and that's what makes the music that we hear today.
Music travels by vibrations when I do things like this. So, when I hit the drum like this, the sound travels as a vibration and then goes through the air.
These vibrations then go to our ear, which we interpret as sound. The way this works is that the vibrations go into your inner eardrum, which flexes a lot like a drum. Your eardrum vibrates at exactly the same speed as the vibrations of sound. Tiny bones stimulated by your eardrum then push on the cochlea. Tiny hairs on the front of the ear allow us to hear high-pitched sound. Hairs deep inside the cochlea pick up low-pitched sound. They then send signals through your auditory nerve to your brain. Nowadays, these frequencies can be turned into music that we love and all know. And a lot of that can be incorporated into video games to make catchy tunes.
The original Super Mario Bros., which made its debut on NES in 1985.
Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and see the rest of this episode.
All right, you want to hear about an epic musical? You've come to the right person, because there is a musical I have been obsessed with recently. Epic the Musical. This is a musical composed of concept albums, each forming a saga of the musical. So far, there are 4 sagas: the Troy Saga, the Cyclops Saga, the Ocean Saga, and the Circe Saga, with the Underworld Saga coming out later this month. The musical adapts the famous text of Homer's Odyssey, focusing on Odysseus as the main character. Now, before I throw you into all this, I want to give you the chance to enjoy all this awesome music on your own and avoid spoilers, even though these stories are thousands of years old. Alright, let's start with an overview of the characters in this musical. We start with our main Greek hero, Odysseus, king of Ithaca. Odysseus is a man with the goal to get home to his wife and son and keep his 600 soldiers safe while maintaining his golden heart. He's one of the greatest warriors in both strength and wit and struggles to maintain the balance of being a merciful leader or a ruthless fighter. Of course, we can't talk about Odysseus without talking about his crew. We have his right-hand man, Eurylochus, who's also the second in command to Odysseus, and Polites, one of Odysseus's best friends. Eurylochus in the myths is portrayed as more cowardly, but in the musical, he seems to be tougher and focused on battle. This often leads him to disagree with some of Odysseus's decisions. Polites, on the other hand, foils Eurylochus by being the kind-hearted friend. Though he isn't in a place of command, he gives Odysseus great advice on opening the heart. The other characters shown in the musical so far are more godly characters, including Zeus, god of the heavens, Athena, goddess of wisdom, a Cyclops, Aeolus, the wind god, Poseidon, god of the sea, the witch Circe, and the messenger god Hermes. Now that you know the characters involved, let's break down the Troy saga. So this musical starts at the end of the Trojan War, where Odysseus and his men are packed in a wooden horse in order to lead the final siege of Troy after 10 years of war. The writer of Epic the Musical, Jorge Rivera Jimenez, who also sings as Odysseus, decides to represent Odysseus through the sounds of a guitar. What I find really clever with this symbolic instrument is that as Odysseus' mind changes, the kind of guitar being played has changed as well. For example, in this first song, it starts out as him being a cunning warrior, so it plays an epic electric guitar. But later, when he's faced with the prophetic vision of his death, the electric guitar gets more intense and deeper.
Who was that?
Then, when Zeus reveals to him that he can avoid this fate, but it's at the cost of killing an infant, we hear the sounds of single strings being played by an acoustic guitar, showing how in the middle of this siege, Odysseus' heart and mind have slowed down as he weighs this heavy choice.
It's just an infant.
This leads to the next song, and my personal favorite song so far, called Just a Man, where Odysseus has to contemplate whether or not he needs to kill this infant. Looking at this baby reminds him of his own son, who was the same age 10 years ago when he originally left for this war. He states,
Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife.
just like any other good man would do. So who wouldn't seize this opportunity to save his family? At the same time, this logic is a slippery slope to so many other horrible things he could do for the sole goal of getting home. And he asks himself,
When does a man become a monster?
This becomes a theme in Odysseus' character, repeating musical motifs from this song in other songs, when he's making decisions that heavily affect the lives of himself and his crew.
For after all your
Does a man become a monster? I'm just a
there is no line.
I'm
So much power, but there's no perfect peace.
Odysseus starts this story as a good man.
And it's hard for a good man to be king.
He decides to drop the infant from a wall, killing him and beginning his path closer to being a monster and begging for forgiveness. Okay, while I could literally talk about this all day, and I've barely scratched the surface, trust me. We sadly don't have time to go through the entire Odyssey. I'll be cruising on over to the studio for Geeks Idol, but I wonder what topic David could be covering for his segment.
Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent, said Victor Hugo. Walt Whitman agreed, categorizing music as a silent but palpable force, offering a glimpse into the infinite depths of the human experience. To truly illustrate the profound impact of music in facilitating self-discovery and promoting acceptance, I've created this video, delving into LGBTQ+ history. Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent, said Victor Hugo. Walt Whitman agreed, categorizing music as a silent but palpable force, offering a glimpse into the infinite depths of the human experience. To truly illustrate the profound impact of music in facilitating self-discovery and promoting acceptance, I've created this video, delving into LGBTQ+ history. Through the lens of various LGBTQ+ artists and historical events, we'll explore how music became a vehicle for embracing identities, conveying messages, and fostering the acceptance of the LGBTQ+ community. Welcome to CTV Geeks Gay Music Timeline.
Someone standing there waving their genitals at you, you don't think that they're an officer of the law. You know?
No, myself as an artist, I'm just a musical prostitute, my dear.
The first artist we will focus on is Ma Rainey, who is one of the earliest known African-American professional blues singers. She released her first song in 1923, following it up with 100 more recordings over the next 5 years, rightfully earning her title as the Mother of Blues.
The way to gauge tolerance for LGBTQ+ individuals during Ma's time is through an instance that occurred at a London club called The Caravan. The Caravan was a gay club where LGBTQ+ individuals would go to mingle with each other. But oftentimes, clubs like these were crowded and got shut down quickly because of letters like this. It was tolerance like this, however, that made Ma Rainey's lyrics like these so impressive.
Went out last night with a crowd of my friends. Been muffin women, 'cause I don't like no men.
People considered her to be an absolute badass. She was such a badass that she got arrested for hosting an all-female orgy at her house in Chicago in 1925. This served as the ultimate testament to her refusal to conform to societal expectations, as even in the face of adversity, Ma Rainey continued to act as a beacon of courage and authenticity for those around her.
They hear it come out, but they don't know how it got there. They don't understand that that's life's way of talking. You don't sing to feel better. You sing because that's the way you understand life.
Billy Strayhorn is our encore.
Next on our list is artist Billy Strayhorn. Billy lived with his partner Aaron Bridgers in 1930 Chicago. He additionally helped compose many songs for Duke Ellington's orchestra. There isn't much notable to say beyond that about Billy Strayhorn in gay terms, as there really isn't much to say in gay terms for a while. Most of the world was gearing up for World War II, as most countries were dealing with their own version of the Great Depression. Providing songs like John, I'm Only Dancing, or Boys Keep Swinging, Bowie's willingness to embrace his bisexuality provided the world with a re-spark towards liberating homosexuals.
He and she's you've loved in your time, haven't you?
So I've read.
Well, I've only heard too, but it was you've been asked the question whether you're bisexual or not.
Too many times.
Yes, and you've never quite answered it.
Oh, I have. I said I was bisexual, that's enough.
Does that mean, though, that you really are, or does that mean that you're keeping something?
I've answered the question.
Right, okay.
The biggest of these anthems, however, may be David's album The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, which starred David Bowie as his androgynous alter ego, a gender-bending rock star from outer space named Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy's flamboyant costumes and wicked mullet captivated audiences, challenging the traditional notions of masculinity and femininity. Around David's time were the Stonewall riots, which all started with an instance similar from the one in London earlier. A New York City gay bar called the Stonewall Inn was raided, as most of the gays inside were arrested. This time, however, the gays fought back, rioting for their rights for 5 straight days. The gays did not take kindly to the police or the media, as the police or the media really didn't take kindly to them. During these ugly, divided times, voices like David's became especially influential, as did this next artist's voice in Freddie Mercury.
I'm a sex machine ready to reload.
Freddie Mercury was just that, a sex machine ready to reload, defining his own sex drive as enormous. Eventually, he settled down with his boyfriend Jim Hutton, and although the two never officially married, we can tell they were close by the wedding ring Freddie has on in the photo book Jim made about him.
Then it's okay. When they stop buying our records, then I'll say goodbye and do something else. Become a strip artist or something.
Yeah? To what music you would strip? What music would you use?
All the songs I've written. Oh, like, come on.
Freddie Mercury was arguably the biggest rock star of his time, alongside his band Queen. With songs like I Want to Break Free,
Break free from your lies, you're so satisfied, I don't need you.
or Somebody to Love,
Anybody find me somebody to love.
Queen continued to help rock the world and play an influential role in LGBTQ+ rights.
Listen, if you guys want to move around and shift your asses a little, it's okay. It's okay by us, right? You can take all your clothes off if you like to. Doesn't matter. Fuck off.
Sadly, this role went beyond the music for Freddie, who was found to have AIDS. AIDS was a near-death sentence at the time, as those who got it suddenly had only a few weeks or possibly a month to live. The disease was also heavily stigmatized. Having to do with STDs, many people, including the press, wrongly correlated Freddie's sexual preferences with him getting HIV.
In recent weeks, there was talk that the lead singer of the group Queen had that disease. Mercury said that he wouldn't confirm those rumors until the end for reasons of privacy. He has vocals on such songs as Crazy Little Thing Called Love and We Are the Champions, which made Queen one of the top groups of the 1970s.
At the end of the day, the disease may have taken Freddie's life, but the influence of his bold and resilient presence is felt by millions, especially those in the LGBTQ+ community.
But I mean, I know 41, and 70 is a long way away, and I don't give a damn. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, this is nothing. I have lived a full life, and if I'm dead tomorrow, I don't give a damn. Yeah. I really have done it all.
April 9th, 1998. These stalls, this toilet. Here, George Michael is arrested by an undercover cop for performing lewd acts as he's virtually forced to come out to the world as bisexual.
So in unambiguous terms, what is it that you want to say?
I want to say that I have no problem with people knowing that I'm in a relationship with a man right now. I have not been in a relationship with a woman for almost 10 years. What happened was basically I fell prey to one of these SWAT teams that they have in America, and I think they probably still have them in parts of England, but they're paid to nick guys who are looking for sex with one another, I guess. And the way they do this, unfortunately, in the States is to actually try and induce the crime, and then, or if they get a response from someone, then they nick them, basically. So if there's someone standing there waving their genitals at you, you don't think that they're an officer of the law. It's not your first presumption. So, I fell for the trick. I fell for the trick, and it was very well done. But
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body.
Even when caught in a homosexual act that could ruin his career, George Michael sticks to his truth, telling the world how it is.
I'm contrite in that it was a stupid risk to take in my position. It could have gone horribly wrong. If I were weaker than I am, it could have finished me off. So it was a stupid thing to do. I'm contrite in the fact that, of course, you do have to accept when things are against the law, they're against the law. But I'm not contrite for what I actually did, because I wasn't being flagrant. I was absolutely, again, regardless of what the police arrest report said, there was no one in the vicinity but two undercover cops and a slightly drunk Randy pop star.
Sadly, George Michael passed of natural causes in 2016, but his influence as an artist continues, still urging his listeners to go outside and try something new.
Let's go outside in the sunshine. I know you want to, but you can't say it. Won't cry, I won't cry.
As we trug along to the late 90s, we find ourselves with another multi-Grammy award-winning artist in Melissa Etheridge.
In the early 80s, it wasn't an option to come out and think you were going to be a professional of anything. We were getting fired if we were teachers, but I was never going to pretend I was anything else. People started asking me questions. I was always very careful to use, they and them and non-gender specific stuff. And I was misquoted so horribly in a music magazine once, and they had changed everything to me saying my boyfriend. And I was like, I can't do this. I was helping get Bill Clinton elected president, and so they had a inaugural ball, and I came out there.
I'm proud to say right now, I'm very proud to be a lesbian all my life. This is so high. This is so high. No, you don't know how far I go. I don't care what they think. I don't care what they say.
After coming out at Bill Clinton's inaugural ball, settling down with her wife Linda, and then beginning to raise kids alongside her, Melissa started to become the face of lesbian moms everywhere.
I've lived long enough to see how the world kind of works, where we go forward, and in that progress, it scares people, and there's fear. I don't know if everyone will ever be comfortable with all the different shapes and sizes of sexuality, but it sure would be nice if people just understood that difference and diversity is the juice of life.
Am I your passion, your promise, your end? I say I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am your passion, your promise, yeah. Yes, I am.
And then, in 2009, it finally happened.
The U.S. is now the 21st country in the world to recognize same-sex marriage nationwide.
This ruling will strengthen all of our communities by offering to all loving same-sex couples the dignity of marriage across this great land.
And just like that, we find ourselves in 2009, where gay marriage has officially been legalized in the United States. But there is still plenty of discrimination to be had.
Do not celebrate the Constitution. It had nothing to do with it. And Justice Clarence Thomas said, quote, "The
Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent," said Victor Hugo. Walt Whitman agreed, categorizing music as a silent but
juice of life.
Officially been legalized in the United States. But there is still plenty of discrimination to be had.
do not celebrate the Constitution. It had nothing to do with it." And Justice Clarence Thomas said, quote, "The court's decision today is at odds not only with the Constitution, but with the principles upon which our nation was built."
So, there is certainly still some gay tension and backlash, but I think from here, gay rights is sort of like this video from the announcement of its legalization. We have the gays crying tears of joy for finally being given the respect that they deserve, and then we have this old white woman who's pissed off. Yeah, that's right. Cry about it, you little From there, we had I Kissed a Girl, Katy Perry. I kissed a girl just to try it. I hope my boyfriend don't mind it. Same Love, Macklemore.
Strip away the fear, underneath it's all the same love. About time that we raised up. Sex.
Girls, Girls, Boys, Panic at the Disco. Frick, Frank Ocean came out on Tumblr. Girl in Red released this bop. Lil Nas X had some fun.
Let me in nothing cause I'm not wanting anything, but you're loving your body and a little bit of your brain.
And suddenly,
Gays like Francis Forever weren't fighting for their rights, they were living with them.
Was if you were sucked into a black hole.
That's not to say that everything is now smooth sailing for the LGBTQ plus community, nor did I cover every gay. Here we are nearing the 16-minute mark, and I haven't even mentioned Elton John's name once. But let's remember where we started and how we got here. From Ma Rainey getting arrested for hosting a lesbian orgy, to David Bowie and the Stonewall riots, to Melissa Etheridge coming out at Clinton's inauguration. Music has been at the forefront of LGBTQ plus identities, providing a way to communicate, quote-unquote, that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent. Music. To some, just simply song, but to others, a vessel for communicating and a way of moving forward. Slay, we're done.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary, gender non-conforming, and beyond, it's the moment you've been waiting for, or dreading. Welcome to Geeks Idol.
So excited to be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime event. Don't you agree, Abby?
Sure. CTV Underground was definitely not forced into this.
Without further ado, let's introduce the first contestant.
Wait, Brandon, we need to share their dramatic stories. Our first contestant suffers from being too tall for his own good and claims that no one understands the burden of having such height. Tonight, he seeks to show the world he can ride with the rest of them. We have Max Dietz singing Cruisin' for a Bruisin'.
Better run, 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 'cause here we come, revving our engines under the sun. You're cruising for a bruising. Woo, we're keeping it cool, smooth and steady, slick back hair, man, things are getting heavy. You're cruising for a bruising. 2 wheels and an open road, wrapped in, where'd the music go? And an open road, wrapped in leather, ready to go. Don't stop, stop the music. We ride fast like a bullet. We do anything we want, anytime we want. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We just ride, ride, ride all day. We're not gonna live any other way. Bubblegum, cherry pop, go to the hop. I'm hanging with my brother 'cause his friends are so hot. Yeah, they're cruising for a bruising. Alright, we were to the drive-in, what did I see? 100 little bitties all staring at me. I was cruising for some loving. I got these 2 wheels and an open road. About that clutch, I'm ready to go. Don't stop, stop the music. I ride fast like a bullet. We do anything we want, anytime we want. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We just ride, ride, ride all day. We're not gonna live any other way. Oh no, we're not gonna live any other way. Ooh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Who's riding with me? I got a gang full of bruisers all cruising with me, and we're tearing up, we're tearing up, we're tearing up the streets. Oh wait, skip the part. Stop the music. We ride fast like a bullet. We do anything we want, anytime we want. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We just ride, ride, ride all day. We're not gonna live any other way. So don't stop, stop the music. We ride fast like a bullet. We do anything we want, anytime we want. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was beautiful. I can feel the music inside my soul like a...
Ross Lynch did it better. Next!
Our next contestant has recently lost someone close to them. Play the tape.
I'm here today because a few years ago, I had an ex-boyfriend. He said that he'd be my rock, but then he started singing this other rock Bethany, okay, and they were falling in love, and he was gonna kiss her, and I caught them in the act. It broke my heart. I did not know what to do. It was terrible. And the expression on his face, he was like, I'm so sorry, baby, but I couldn't take it. I could not take it. So I ended up having the most broken heart in the world, and I will probably never love again. This song is for you, Felipe. For you, Felipe! Right now, she's probably slow dancing with a beach blonde tramp, and she's probably getting frisky. Right now, he's probably buying her some food, a little drink, 'cause she can't shoot whiskey. Right now, he's probably up behind her with a pool stick, showing her how to shoot a combo. And he don't know. I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into it in leather seats. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights, slashed a hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he. Yeah, okay. Right now, he's probably up singing some white trash version of Shania karaoke. Right now, she's probably saying I'm drunk, and he's thinking that he's gonna get lucky. Right now, he's probably dumbing on $3 worth of that bathroom polo. Oh, and he don't know. But I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into it in leather seats. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights, slashed a hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Okay, I might have saved a little trouble for the next go, 'cause next time that he cheats, I know won't be on me. Oh, not on me. Not on her, no. Not on her. Not no, man, let's go, Felipe! 'Cause I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into it in leather seats. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights, slashed a hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Oh, maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Oh, before he cheats. Right.
Is no one going to sing One Direction? What kind of music episode is this?
Why would you do this?
Okay. Moving on from whatever was this, last but not least, we have a contestant that just came back from a war? What? That's straight from losing a solos Fortnite match. That makes more sense. But it was a close 87th place. Introducing David Carlson singing Still Into You by Paramore. Ooh.
What? Whatever. All right.
Oh, shoot, it's going, I think. Can't count the years on one hand that we've been together. I need the other one to hold you, make you feel better. It's not a walk in the park to love each other, but when our fingers interlock, can't deny you're worth it. 'Cause after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, and baby, even on a worst night, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Recount the night that I first met your mother, and on the drive back to my house, I told you that I loved you. You felt the weight of the world fall off your shoulder, and to your favorite song we sang along to the start of forever. And after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, and baby, even on a worst night, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Oh, I like the point. That's nice. That's yeah. Something just makes sense, and one of those is you. And oh no, the teleprompter. Something just makes sense, and even after all this time, I don't even know where we are. Where are we? Yeah. What's the background? Oh wait, I'm into you. Baby, not a day goes by that I'm not into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, and baby, even on a worst night, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Great job. That's it. That's all I had on prompter. That's good job. Yeah. That was fun. Good. Yeah. Way to go. Yeah.
Bravo. Absolutely golden buzzer.
This is a joke, right? Are you serious?
Well, folks, thank you for tuning in to the first Geeks Idol. That's all we have.
Wait, what's your guys' show going to be about next week? Yeah, give the people a taste.
Maybe you should judge an episode of Underground Idol.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, but no, for real, what's it going to be about?
Drugs. Next week we talk about drugs.
I think I'm going to leave.
That's all, folks.